You can call it whatever you'd like, but this is ingenuity at its finest. As you can see, we got the ring light and the source of all of my problems. So let's get to work. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. This is part 2 of the trunk harness saga, or whatever I'm calling it. I haven't made a title. I did edit the video, the first part, just now, and that will be going up shortly. So if you're watching this, you have either seen part 1 or you haven't seen it yet, but regardless, it is up. It's on the internet. So I will put a card right here. I think it's right here, maybe it's right here, and I will link it down in the description, because if you watch this now, you're going to be completely lost. But yeah. Today we are going, or tonight, we're going to actually do a little bit of work. I don't know how much I'm going to do. I could do the whole thing. I doubt that's going to happen because it is actually, let's see, what time is it? It's 9:25, so I'm not really stoked about that. I want to be done by midnight, at least done with what I'm doing tonight by midnight. I'll run you through what I need to do, but yeah, I'm gonna get this camera set up on a tripod so we can actually get to work. 3200 ISO, I am so sorry. As you can see, this looks like madness, and it kind of is. There's little black Sharpie marks on the tape where these are taped down. These are kind of splayed out and taped because they're all the same distance, obviously. I made a clean cut. This is the old harness. If we look, this is the new harness. You can see the leads are different lengths. And in order to have a clean-ish looking harness, stuff needs to be cut at different lengths. I was actually just going to do a clean cut, and honestly what I should have done before tinning all of these was cut these the same length, and so then they would match up, but because these are already tinned, these are going to be cut to account for the varying lengths of this, if this makes sense, so the harness doesn't have slack in some and too short in some areas. Though this isn't exact, this will be a little closer than just lining them up to this with all these varying lengths. So there's a little bit tape marks, so now I'm going to get to stripping, and then I will solder these. Alright, let me point out one more thing that is extremely highly irritating, that is super unfortunate. If we walk over here past this dangerous set suspended by a ratchet strap, we go over here, and you see we have this whole table set up. It's actually on this new shop vac we picked up. So I will be able to use that eventually, but that is not the subject right now. This was like the soldering station last night, and you would think, oh cool, just move it over there. Well, unfortunately, even if I move it like right up to the bumper, that harness does not have enough slack to kind of come out and sit on the table. So I have to do it in the car. It makes it super unfortunate. It makes it really annoying. So I'm gonna take my strippers and strip some wire back, and I will keep you posted on how this happens. I don't know. Though I am trying to do the most proper thing, this has to be the jankiest setup I think I've ever created. So the soldering iron I ordered did not come with like a holder, so it's kind of just sitting here freely with the tip facing me, so hopefully I look when I go to get my wire. It's hot. Add some solder there. So it is working. I'm gonna put this light on. The LED's probably gonna strobe the camera out. Yeah. So anyways, I got a little helper stand in here. I turn the ISO down. Yep. So I got a little helper. I got that guy propped up. I'm just gonna tin all of these. This is how I have this set up. And this could be super dangerous. I feel like I'm making meth or something. Also discovered while I'm here, I mean, you can really fuck someone up with a soldering iron. Let's be honest. I mean, that's not cool, especially when it's facing you. So anyways, I'm gonna get this done. I'm not gonna record it because there's really nowhere to prop the camera. I'll just keep you updated on how this goes. All right, all of these are now tinned. You can see they're not the prettiest. Something's going on with the soldering iron. I'm gonna plug it in with this plug over here because something is funky happening. So I'm gonna swap the plugs. I think maybe this isn't getting enough power because there's so much shit plugged in over there. So that might have something to do with it. It's 1040 now. Last time I checked, 1042. So I think I'm just gonna bust it out. I mean, I'm here, I might as well, I got it all set up, so let's get to work. All right, believe me when I say this was a damn near impossible task. As you can see, all of them are connected here. See if I can do that. Turn down the ISO so you can actually see what we're looking at. I haven't put the heat shrink on them yet, but the harness came out decent. I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad. The lengths are a little off because I fucked up a few times, had to cut it farther back, so some are a little long, some are a little short, but once it's all taped up and tucked in, you won't really know the difference. But what I need to do now is I think I'm just gonna call it a night. I'm gonna pack I'll heat shrink all this stuff tomorrow. It's midnight and I'm fucking tired, but yeah, it made a mess everywhere, so that's my issue. I'll get back to you guys in the morning. Alright, what's up? It's day 2 or like day 4 or 5 for this whole entire thing. I finished the harness last night. I had already just started tinning everything. I had the solder set up, so I figured might as well get it done. It was definitely painful just doing that in the trunk of the car. It's just like so inconvenient. You can't take it out of the car, and these allergies have been killing me, so now I'm like, oh, my fucking head hurts. But I gotta get this done. There's like so much other stuff that needs to be done on the car, so I really need to get down to the bottom of this. My next plan of attack, now that the harness is done, it's not all wrapped up and look pretty, but I need to make sure everything works first. So I'm gonna take my battery out of my car. I'm gonna take it to O'Reilly's, have them test it, and while they're doing that, I can come back here, kind of button up, well, not button it up, but plug everything in, and when I can go get the battery, plug the battery back in, and see if the harness is solid. I mean, it should all be making a connection. It should be fine. And then we will go from there. I'll pop a fuse in there, and I'm sure it'll blow, but for whatever reason it doesn't. That fixed our issue, even though it shouldn't. After reading the values and seeing that there's 0 resistance, it shouldn't fix our issue, but if it does, that'll be great. Anyways, I'm gonna get the battery out of the car. I'm gonna go to O'Reilly's. I'm gonna come back and start putting some of this stuff together. This is no slouch of a battery. The car is absolutely disgusting. It really needs a wash, like desperately. So I need to do that today too. Alright, we've just dropped the battery off at O'Reilly's. We got our sticker here, so I will be back in probably an hour. I think what I'm going to do is actually wash this car. I've only washed it once since I bought it, which is really bad. It's getting really dirty. It needs to be washed. And it's still kind of shady in my driveway, so I'm going to do this. And then I'll pick up the battery and maybe I'll have time to kind of hook things up, but I'll be able to do that later today anyways, so we'll figure it out. I'm gonna go and wash this car. Alright, so the car is all washed up. As you can see, it looks really good. I put a little bit of wax on it, but nothing too crazy. It's soft to the touch, which is nice, but I got the battery back from O'Reilly's, grabbed that out of the trunk. As you can see, actually, well, actually you can't see it. There's an imperfection. There's the car needs to be buffed at some point, but as of now, again, it's just a daily driver. It looks good when it's clean, for sure. Let's grab this battery. So they said it read a full 12.7 volts, which is good, but also not for me because I was hoping the battery was the issue. We're still gonna run a test. I gotta get down to Santa Rosa, and then I'm gonna take the center console with me to get rewrapped in leather while I go run some other errands. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys when I get back, and we'll dive back into that. All right, what's up? I'm back. It's been a couple days, and I actually have surprisingly good news for the car. This never happens. But before we get into that and I show you kind of everything that I did, I got a really cool cover from Covercraft for the F30, and it's like a super sick one, so I'm stoked to just have that, and I'll show you it right now because it's sick. I know that's horrible to see, but I coded in the M Performance thing. Shout out to Cole. We coded in a few things. I have a digital speedometer, a couple other things like that, so the F30's been coded. Also, look at how dirty the car is. I literally just washed it 2 days ago, so that's awesome. But yeah, I got this huge cover from Covercraft. You know me, I'm literally so OEM. Check that out. That is so sick. I know it's super hard to see, but just take a listen and you will be able to tell exactly what I'm talking about. We're unlocked. All of them lock, all of them unlock. How fucking cool is that? So in all honesty, I have no idea how to explain to you why this works, because I have no idea why it works. We tested resistance on every single wire on that old harness, and there is no resistance in it. I don't know what other factors go into play here, because I do not know shit about electricity and how it is conducted. I really don't know much, and after checking resistance, I thought for sure that I was doing the harness and it wouldn't fix it, but to my surprise, it's fixed. Now, I don't want to speak that into the universe, because whenever I do that, I swear it breaks, but I'm just banking on this continuing to work, because it would not work this long. It would have blown the fuse by now if it was broken. Because before, when you lock the car, it would be good, all the locks would sync up, and I would come out to my car in the morning, unlock it to go to work, and only that door would unlock, and they wouldn't all be synced, so, and then the fuse would be blown. I've let this car sit basically for over 24 hours and did a couple unlock and lock sequences in between the time, and there's nothing wrong. As far as right now, there's nothing wrong. Now, that's not to say there could be another issue. I haven't actually driven the car around, but now I'm really thinking that one wire, and I'll show you. Actually, now that I've torn the whole thing apart, I actually can't find it, but that is how minuscule it was. It was so hard to find, but it was just the littlest little kink, but that very well could have been the issue. There's also a few wires on both sides of the harness that were kind of exposed, that kind of their insulation got knocked off. So that could very well be an issue, and that could have been the source of our problem. I don't have any idea, and there's no sense in testing this, because if it's fixed, it's fixed. And clearly, if this is fixed, in which so far it is, this was our issue. So just keep that in mind. If you're doing your trunk harness, it may solve your issue, and it may not be something you can see. The wires could be broken inside the insulation, and even if just a few of those strands are broken, it'll fuck the whole thing up clearly. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, this harness is going in the dump. What I'm trying to say is that must have been the issue, because everything else is good. Alright, and one other thing, I actually put the trunk back together. You can see an operational toolkit. Voila, looks great. Only I have like one broken clip that I strategically didn't place up here, and which I should have, but I think I'm gonna order a couple more. Next time I'm at the junkyard, I'll just pull a couple. Yeah, it's that guy right there. He's got a little bit of chip on it. But the next order of business is I'm actually going to vacuum out this trunk. I got a nice new shop vac over there, DeWalt, 80 bucks, Costco, hit them up. I'm going to finish taping up this harness. As you guys can see, I don't know if I showed you this, but I did heat shrink underneath this electrical tape, but I'm going to tape it up a little more. I kind of fucked up. I almost got it 100% even. I really fumbled the bag on this guy though, so I'm just going to tape this. And we should be good to tuck this back down there. I can clean all this up, and then I can put the carpet back in lightly, loosely for now, and then we will look like we have a solid trunk again. Right now, as you can see, kind of, the trunk is kind of put together. It's not tucked in over here, but that's because all this stuff is gonna come out anyways. When I get the camber arms, I'm gonna have to adjust this stuff anyways. But I got this little taillight cover back. You can see this little trunk piece is loose. I gotta order those rivets from FCP, but as far as right now, the trunk is put back together. I just need to put the little tray on top of the battery, and up here we're good. And yeah, we should be good. This car is solid in the trunk area now. More time for safe measure here. Check this out. All of them lock. All of them unlock. All of them lock. All of them unlock. You get the point. I'm fucking stoked. Alright guys, with all of that said and done, we have finally just knocked out one of those pesky issues. I was super stoked to just get rid of it. Now we don't have to worry about it, at least for now. I haven't been able to drive the car again. I don't know if it's fixed, but for now it's fixed. It hasn't popped a fuse. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this part 2. I know I kind of jumped the gun in the previous part to this video, thinking, oh, there's no way it was trunk harness, but it's trunk harness. So I don't know. If you're considering fixing your trunk harness for whatever reason, it may help, because it helped me. So anyways, you guys know, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Make sure to turn post notifications on. This car is going, and now it's like a freight train, because I'm ordering stuff for it. So there's plenty of stuff on the way. I also have camber arms that are on the way. They are being shipped right now. So remember to stay tuned, because it's going to be huge. I can't wait for this car. I can't wait to see how far it's going to go from where we're at right now. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.